What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we are going to jump back over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now, right now, we are covering the last and final Ultimate Marvel event, Ultimate Cataclysm. This was a big event where Gah Lak Tus had came into the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now, last week, he arrived on Earth. We covered that in Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Now the question is, what is the X-Men going to do with Gah Lak Tus being on Earth? Well, this story right here answers what the X-Men are going to do against Gah Lak Tus. So if you do like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. So this book picks up right after the end of World War X, where Jean Grey and Kitty Pryde went to war against each other, which was more of a Teen versus Utopia kind of war, because Jean Grey was jealous of Kitty Pryde. Now we see that the X-Men team from Utopia is going back to Teen after Colossus had brought the Teen country out of the sky into the ground. The reason why they are back here is to find Pixie, who was the mutant who had the ability to teleport. She teleported everyone who was on Teen to safety, except she did not teleport back when she went back to Teen to make sure she got everyone out of there. So you have the X-Men team come back to get her, and you have Rogue, Iceman, Storm, Mac 2, and Jimmy Hudson, and Blackheath there as well to look for her. Now, there is a moment where you had a story focus on Bobby Drake and Rogue. When they are sliding around on Iceman ice, he begins to have a hard time keeping the ice together. It is melting at a faster rate. Of course, the reason why is because Gah Lak Tus is here on Earth. So you have the X-Men freak out because all they see is some big guy on their planet. The question that pops up is, who in the world is that guy walking around on their planet? Before they go to investigate who he is, well, you have Jimmy Hudson sense something. So he runs off to see what he senses, which of course he senses Pixie, and he finds Pixie knocked out and surrounded by other mutants. One of them being Beak, who just looks like a bird. Strong Guy, who absorbs energy to get strong. Amp, who has the ability to absorb or help mutants' powers get stronger, and Silence, who can cancel out surround in a small area around him, which of course leads to the X-Men attacking these mutants because they think that Pixie is in trouble, that these mutants are trying to kill Pixie or do something horrible to her, except you have the X-Men stop after they realize that these mutants are trying to help Pixie since they found Pixie knocked out and not in a good shape. Before they are able to discuss more about what is going on with Pixie, well, that is when Pixie wakes up and says that this place is not safe and begins to teleport everyone away from this location, where it seems that Pixie had teleported them somewhere that is no longer on Earth, could actually be a different reality or dimension to be more exact. That is when the X-Men are attacked by the Ultimate Marvel Gah Lak Tus swarm. And for these X-Men, this is their first time dealing with these things. Except for Storm, she was there when they last arrived on Earth. But today, literally, this is new for most of the X-Men. Now you have the X-Men and the new mutants they have met working together to stop the Ultimate Gah Lak Tus swarm, which they are having a hard time dealing with. They get rid of one and another appears out of nowhere. They keep coming in swarms left and right. Right when it seems that the X-Men are about to lose this battle, well, that is when Rick Jones appears and calls himself Captain Marvel and here to help out. You have the book remind us about the origin of Rick Jones, how he was chosen by the Watcher to stop a powerful threat from killing the universe and giving powers to stop whatever threat that was coming to wipe out the universe, which of course was Galactus, but he failed and got teleported into the same dimension the Ultimate X-Men team is in right at this moment. Now, getting back to the main point of our story, we see that the X-Men and Rick Jones have to fight against the swarm of the Ultimate Marvel Galactus Swarm. They learn that the swarm actually can infect you and turn you into one of them. So with that being said, the X-Men have to be careful what they do. You have Mach 2 use her magnetic powers as a way to grab a bunch of them and kill them all off. Except remember what I said earlier though, once you kill one off, another one just pops up. It is an endless swarm of these things, and so you have the X-Men all leave to go find somewhere else to hide. So we see them finding some kind of cave to hide in for the moment. They know this cave won't hide them for long, but it is the best they can do. Now this is the moment you have Rogue think that this is karma. They are being punished for everything they have done over the years. All of the deaths they had to face are on their hands, and this is karma finally getting them back for everything. Which you have this debate that they need to think like superheroes rather than a bunch of teenagers acting like big babies. Because Rick Jones points out that the swarm is once again coming for them to kill them off. This leads us into seeing a fight break out in the middle of the cave. Except this time we see that the Ultimate Marvel Galactus Swarm has gotten upgraded since the last fight, meaning that Captain Marvel powers won't really work that well against them this time. Really, most of the people who are here now powers are not going to work well against the swarm now. So it becomes a full-on big battle in the middle of this cave. You have Storm show the swarm more of her powers to kill them off. Again though, this is only for a short period of time. The next problem to come up for the X-Men is that Jimmy Hudson, the son of Wolverine, was infected by the swarm. So of course it begins to take over his body, which he then tells Storm to take the others away from him before he is completely taken over by the virus the swarm gives out. Now for Rogue, she does not want to leave because she is tired of seeing people die. To her, it is time to finally save people's lives. So what she does next is that she grabs some of the powers of the people around her and goes back in to save Jimmy Hudson, hoping that maybe there is a way to save this man from the virus. This gives us a moment to see Rogue try to fight against Jimmy Hudson, hoping to save his life. Now we know that Rogue cannot take on Jimmy Hudson, but of course she thinks she can and tries to, which she does almost end up being killed by him, and only to be saved by Pixie, who is back at full strength now, and she begins the process of using her powers to teleport the virus out of Jimmy Hudson, which of course does heal him up, and that is great for the X-Men. Except that is the moment where we see that as soon as Pixie cures Jimmy Hudson and tells everyone that she is ready to teleport everyone back home, that is when she is stabbed by one of the many robot bugs from the Galactus Swarm. Of course now she could die here or not, but could close the chance for the X-Men getting back home. So this leads into Rogue going into a full rage mode here. She is tired of seeing people die, and she knows that with Pixie gone, that means this could be the end of all of them right here, which of course means more death at the moment, something Rogue does not want to deal with. So we see her just going around using all the powers that she had absorbed to take down a swarm of the Galactus group to hope that this could be the chance to end everything. Of course it is not. You have the other members of the X-Men tell us that this is actually killing her. Her absorbing the powers of everyone and using it all at once is going to kill her, which of course she is not listening to anyone at the moment. She's letting her rage control her emotions, and she's going to kill every single part of the Galactic Swarm that is here at the moment. This is giving us a moment where you have Rick Jones, aka Captain Marvel, take Rogue up into the sky to have a one-on-one conversation with her. He talks about her letting go of her rage and getting back in control, which he talks about everything he has seen in the past couple books he had appeared in. This man watched a whole galaxy die and was told that he is supposed to be the one to save the entire universe from falling apart. He has failed multiple times, but he keeps getting back up and he keeps fighting to save the universe like he was chosen to do. His speech actually works, and he is able to calm Rogue down, and she actually feels something special while she is with Rick Jones. So they then end up kissing one another and go back down to help the rest of the X-Men. So they go down and help the X-Men fight against the ultimate galactic swarm. They have a plan. While Captain Marvel keeps the swarm busy, Rogue is hoping that maybe Pixie will have enough strength to teleport everyone out of there before they die. Except Pixie knows that she is not strong enough to do it. Pixie tells Rogue to take her powers and do it. The problem is that if Rogue takes the powers of Pixie, Pixie will die. She already lost a lot of blood. Rogue using her powers would be the point that can kill Pixie. Rogue says no, but Pixie touches Rogue's face to give her power to teleport and get everyone home. Then Pixie dies right there in the arms of Rogue. Now, with Rogue getting the powers of Pixie, she now has the ability to teleport everyone home. Yes, Pixie died, but they have to get home now, which to Rogue, that even means Captain Marvel as well. Except Captain Marvel knows that someone has to stay behind to keep the swarm busy, while Rogue is able to teleport everyone home, so of course, Captain Marvel is the one who basically sacrifices himself to save the X-Men and let them be able to get home, which you do have Rogue being able to teleport everyone back home. The book ends with the X-Men finally arriving back to their actual Earth dimension, which you have Rogue declare they must continue to be superheroes, meaning that they are going to go fight against Galactus next. And this is where we are going to end today's video. So please hit the like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's video.